Okay. What's the purpose of the voyage crossing?
The voyage and this passage has the main objective of promoting the work of the Mirpuri Foundation in the area of marine conservation. That's the main purpose. We choose Cape Verde because Cape Verde is one island that depends a lot on the ocean for the local economy, and we think is an example to show the world of where there are good practices here, and there are practices in terms of fishing, for example, in terms of treatment of the residuals from the cities. They are good and not so good practices. We need to improve and support the good practices and correct the wrong practices, so the ocean can be a source of life, not only for our generation but also for the future generations.
Is this your first voyage?
I do sail since I was 14 years old. The sea is very close to me, but it is my first crossing on the Atlantic. We are expecting decent conditions, some big waves around 4 meters, some high winds around 25-30 knots, which is quite strong, but I have with me a good crew, very experienced crew, and I'm confident that we will reach the other side of the Atlantic in a couple of days.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about the foundation, or the work that they do.
Yes, the foundation acts in 5 areas. The first one is the aeronautical and aerospatial research. Second area is medical research. Third area is marine conservation. Fourth area is wildlife conservation, and fifth area is the social responsibility.
Okay.
These are the 5 areas where the foundation invests, not only by supporting other foundations and institutions that work on areas that are dear to the foundation, but also increasing the awareness of the populations, of the politicians and of the decision makers and leaders in this world, to make them aware of what is not being well conducted, so they can become aware and try to correct the course.
Okay. I read in the press kit a little about the Portuguese project. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, with this trip we are launching the grounds for a big project, which is the participation of a Portuguese-speaking crew on the Volvo Ocean Race in 2020. This is probably the largest sailing event in the world, with very high performance and high speed boats, and we are currently in discussions about the formation of our crew. Then will be a 3-year training program, because this is very high level, so they can enter into the race in the fall of 2020.
Okay. You mentioned wildlife conservation and also the ocean. What is your take on climate change?
Climate change is partly because of the problems that affect the ocean as well. For example, when we speak about climate change, when a few of the big problems are acidification because of the pollution, and this acidification goes into the ocean. Then is the temperature that is rising, and if we do nothing, in approximately 40 or 50 or 60 years, the temperatures will rise 3 to 5 degrees. This means acidification and high temperature. This means the complete loss of reefs on our oceans, and if we lose the reefs, which support a big part of our oceans ecosystems, this can be the start of a very big tragedy for the humanity. So we need to reverse course, we need to change course, and we hope that with the foundation we can contribute to part of the work that needs to be done, not only increasing the awareness but also financially supporting the programs that work in this area.
Okay. What's next for the foundation after this race?
After this crossing, we will continue the work on the foundation, supporting, for example, here in Cape Verde, the artificial reefs that aim to bring back the fish into the continental platform and create marine reserves that could allow the regeneration of the ocean. And if we hack together at a global level and have like 20 or 30% of the ocean as marine reserves, this will be potentially enough to sustain what we fish on the other 60 or 70%. But if we fish on 100%, soon there will be no fish, there will be no life on Earth, on the ocean, and if the oceans die, there is no doubt life on Earth will be compromised.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, and safe travels across. Okay.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.